Hey, what's up? I'm back with a new movie review. And if you haven't checked my movie review where I did the Raya and the Last Dragon movie review, go ahead and go back to the spot on the movie review season 3 playlist. Now, you might be wondering, why am I wearing a jacket even though it's March? Well, the truth is, I actually launched this video on January because I watched the movie a little bit earlier this year, but I want to save it until March. So the date is March on your time, but in this time it's January. It's a little bit chilly, but it's really nice out. But anyway, the movie I watched is in the drive-ins because of COVID. I'm pretty sure COVID might be out on your time. So anyway, the movie I watched in the drive-in is The Croods: A New Age. Okay, so remembering the time when I said I might watch it? So it was like a maybe. Well then I did decide to do a movie review on it. It's just I didn't thinking about it ever since Trolls World Tour movie review. I want why you see that. So anyway, a little bit late to do the movie review, but yeah, well, early on my time, but still it's a little bit late to do the movie review on March, but still. Anyways, I wasn't expecting to be a Croods 2 sequel. I thought still was going to be like one of those movies that had a perfect ending and didn't deserve to get a sequel. You know, like Ice Age 3. I was hoping it would end there, but there are some few movies I were hoping they weren't getting a sequel. Like, for example, Cars maybe. But yeah, Croods is also, of course, a perfect example. So I decided to do Croods 2. Anyways, right before I continue off, this might contain some spoilers, so what I rather do is pause me first, then go back to the, if you own the Croods when it came out on DVD, you go ahead and check it out. Now, if you own the DVD, or if you already did, then go on ahead. I kind of forgot about the rules thing because, like I said, I made this video around January. Maybe I might remember it. Okay. So, when it all started out with young guy who just lost his parents and now has to live off on his own to find his own tomorrow. It was kind of sad for a guy that he has to survive, but he traveled many moons later, and then that's where he meets Eep, the young cave girl who had her own history to tell. Well, because her family met Guy, and they loved him except for Grug, but luckily enough, he managed to win over them, and they became like a part of our family, which they were off to find their own tomorrow, where the Croods were almost attacked by Kangadillos. I think they're like supposed to be like a velociraptor like thing. Makes sense because it's like a combination of a kangaroo and an armadillo. I almost said King Kong armadillo. I know it's weird, but they struggle many ways to find a new home or their tomorrow, but sadly, no luck. And there are some few things where Guy and E were trying to do their, you know what. I'm trying to make it a surprise near the end. Anyway, all they ever got was shocked, kicked, bruised, bit, and so on. All they were trying to find spot where they can sleep until they continue off tomorrow. Sorry, there's a plane. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, they made a spot, but they need a fire, so Eep and Guy were doing like their hey, which was kind of getting Grug a little bit annoyed, which they're trying to make a statement, and they have to working together instead of like loving each other. But then I'll get mentioned that soon Guy and Eep will leave off on their own, which kind of worries about Grug a little bit that Eep would never leave them. Well, meanwhile, while in the sleep piles thing, we see Eep and Guy having their private conversation, which Grug was asleep only till he was a little bit to hear about the sleeping private conversation. Anyway, Guy proposed to Eep that one day they'll find their tomorrow together, and Eep said yes, which Grug was upset for a little bit, so he decided to left some steam out until he finds something huge. One day, and then next thing, you know it, the family wakes up, but Grug was missing, but there is something coming out of the woods, which the family did a little kill circle thing, but it turned out to be Grug, which they accidentally attacked, but somehow he said never apologize during an effective kill circle. But anyways, Grug went up to show him something, and that's a giant wall. Was it the end? Nope. It turned out Grug thought they found their tomorrow, which their tomorrow looks like a magical heavenly place, which everyone was surprised, and then everyone started enjoying all this food. And then they found this delicious banana they're about to chow down until, boom, a trap came in. While the Croods were trapped, two mysterious figures came out of nowhere, and they started bringing out these poking sticks to see what they looked like. But it turned out those two mysterious figures are two married couple known as the Bettermans. They thought the cave people died off years ago, but it turned out they found some more survivors. But they found something else. They discovered their closest thing named Guy, who had history with the Bettermans, saying that he grew up with them, and they introduced Guy and the Croods to their house, which they didn't need to climb, they can just use the elevator. And where Thunk was introduced to the window, which another good thing happened. Guy was reunited with his childhood friend, Dawn, which was another teenage girl, which Eep was very excited to have another teenage girl as a friend, which they did their first squeal. Oh man. Okay, and after that scene, after a dinner and a nice sleep in their own rooms, Guy and Eve had their conversation for their tomorrow. Then shows off the crew of Grug having a time like trustworthy moments with the Bettermans. But Uga says they have to get along in order to live with them, which Uga was starting to enjoy this. So Uga and Grug decided to sleep with each other. While meanwhile, the Bettermans came up with the idea to make Guy stay and the Croods leave. That's messed up. Sorry, I was just checking my eyes. Okay. So where was I? Oh yeah. And right after that scene, they introduced Guy some new inventions they pulled off. Even the shower, which a completely new Guy. Say what? Okay. So Eep was a little bit worried that she might know the guy that she knows, but she decided to go off on his own to be alone for a while Grug took Uncle Thunk to a play. He needs to play with Douglas, his dog, to get him out of the house. Anyway, during that scene, Dawn found Eep and talked to her for a little bit, and she noticed there were some few scars on Eep, and she showed him off that Eep has so many marks on her adventure, even of course being a toe. Anyways, Dawn said that Eep was lucky she managed to have an adventure because she was never allowed to go out ever since Guy's parents passed away. They wanted to keep her safe and inside. So, Eep came an idea to jump out of the wall to let Dawn see what it's like outside the wall. Yep. And a small scene where they were trying to play with Douglas, where Thung accidentally hit chicken seal in the eye. Then Phil tried to get Grug to come along with him, which he threw him in the eye. I guess one of them meant sit like, "You'll throw your eye out," but then it was just an imagination. So Phil showed Grug the ways of how the water grew around the lands, and all Grug wanted was to try the banana, which it was against the rules to have the banana. What? Anyways, while after that scene, Uga was throwing out any messiness from the food that they've eaten, which Hope gave Uga a gift basket, or like a going away basket, which Uga found out that she wanted to leave. That's just sick. Anyways, they continue on with Dawn's joyride, which they accidentally hit a beehive, and Dawn's hand got stung. Looks like she got scarred. Anyways, right after that scene, it showed off a man cave where Phil and Grug were having their man cave moments. Oh boy. I'm just kidding. Anyways, Phil was using the steam inside to make Grug feel anxious. Just to make a deal to keep Guy but leave, which they accepted. And right after that scene, now please forgive me if I messed up the line thing. Well, the way how the movie goes. But anyways, after that scene, we joined Uga and a new kind of Grug in his Betterman-like way, which Uga told him that they wanted them to leave, which Grug went back to his caveman side. Ooh. And right before they were about to settle a score with him, they decided to go with a little pick-me-up. And right after that scene, Eek came back with Dawn, which she was feeling a little bit anxious, like woozy, because of the bee sting. It got super huge when they came back, but Guy was a bit upset about it because it was no place for a cave girl, which Eep was upset about, which leads off to a dinner table, which they're about to have their dinner together, but Eep came in angrily, acting like a caveman to feel like her anger against Guy, and Grug exposed the man cave and the deal they had, which they brought out with this huge argument, which they had to be done, where Guy broke up with Eep, or other way around, please forgive me, and they had to leave, but then Grug threw a banana peel on it, which they found out Grug ate and Uga ate the bananas, which they were the only way to protect themselves from punch monkeys. Never thought they would return again, huh? Well, they captured Grug, Phil, and Guy to an unknown place where the rest of them had to follow them. Well, Douglas had to stay behind, but the rest tried to find them. But then Eep and Guy were having like their own private session where they talked about their hate for each other. Ooh. Later on, they tried to follow along. And meanwhile, Grug were trying to face off against the punch monkeys, but they were just more than just punch monkeys. There were also kick monkeys, headbutt monkeys, low monkeys, bite monkeys, appetite monkeys, shoulders that punch, tails that crunch, strength anglers, fang anglers, mouth breathers, brain squeezers, and a guy with weird eyes. I know, I had to say that. It's kind of funny here when Grug said it in the trailer. Anyways, Dick, the leader of it, was shown off to see what happened to all the bananas that were eaten. Luckily enough, Guy was the only one who could speak Punch Monkey, which he used it to translate the history of the Punch Monkeys, which the land where the Bettermans live was actually the land where the Punch Monkeys live, and they needed bananas to feed the monster, or they're the food, because the water grew down and there were no bananas, so that's why they needed bananas to feed them, or else their dinner. Ugh. A little bit of cannibalism, I'll tell you what I mean. Anyway, the group did found the Punch Monkey Kingdom, but hoping or trying to find ways to get through by not getting eaten by land sharks. But then they fell down, which leads off to another scene where Phil was trying to scare them off with fiery spears, but it didn't work. Then, and right after that, they did like a thing where they were about to prepare the sacrifice, which Guy and Phil are kind of having an argument that they were terrible fathers. And then they became bananas. What do they mean? You'll find out. Anyway, next scene they showed up with Hope almost losing her mind. Well, actually she did, and called everyone one of their names with man, that was total words. Yeah, I know what curse words means, but I had to do this thing just to not say it. Anyways, she was trying to get out of there, but got trapped in ice, which was a nest of dangerous wolf spiders. I mean, actual wolf spiders. Anyways, they found out their cub wolf spider was actually injured, and they agreed that it wasn't trying to attack them, they were just trying to protect them, which they became friendly with the wolf spiders, and Garan's wig came back. Well, first off, they did like a sleep pile. I think I did it again. Where they were trying to get some sleep, but Hope was trying to get away from the sleep pile, but it didn't work. And she apologized for calling them names and decided to agree with them. And I think that was the part where Phil was trying to scare away with the fiery spears. I think I messed up again. Anyway, let's continue on. They wake up with their... And when they saw Hope's new crazy hairstyle, all unbraided, it felt like a new her, which they became the Thunder Sisters. The Thunder Sisters managed to came in to save Grug, Phil, and Guy from being eaten by a monster. Then Luckily enough, they managed to escape and Guy and Phil became banana bros. But then Guy and Eve were trying to find a way to stop it by dropping a giant skull and then did their first kiss. But the monster was about to get them. But Eve's peanut toe was detached, causing him to fall down to his death. Aw, man. And then right after that, they all came back and the Bettermans decided to tear down the wall because they made it for everyone, including the Croods and the Punch Monkeys, which they made peace. And Guy and Eve had to leave to another room. But they still live together. And they're living together. Looks like they found their tomorrow. Yep. Man, it was actually not that bad, actually. I did enjoy it a little bit, though. Still, I wasn't expecting it to be a sequel. I still was hoping it wouldn't be one of those movies that didn't get a sequel. You know what I mean, right? But anyways, that's all for it. Don't forget to check out my last 3 movie reviews. SpongeBob, Sponge on the Run, Tom and Jerry, and Raya and the Last Dragon. Because next month, it'll be a huge surprise. So stay tuned.
Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram.
Like for this video.
Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video.
So thanks for watching and have a brick day. Whoosh.